Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Megan and you can tell that I have no makeup on, so it looks like we're going to be doing a tutorial. Now, I look a little worse for wear. I just got off 3 shifts that were overnight, so I'm a little tired. So let's see if we can kind of perk up the skin and well, just myself in general. Anyway, so let's get started. So I'm going to be using some products that I have recently purchased. Recently being like over the last, I would say, 3 months or so. So they're going to be new to you. I've kind of played around with them, and yeah, let's go from there. So the first thing I want to play with is the Burberry foundation. And I have it in the color Ochre Nude. So this is what this one looks like. Now I had a recent trip to Ottawa, and they have Burberry products at the Nordstrom there. This is the Fresh Glow Fluid Foundation, and it's quite beautiful, and you can build it up, and I quite like it. Now I've already moisturized my skin, put a little primer on, and I'm going to actually just use my fingers, which is my ideal way of putting on foundation. So let's just kind of put that in the center of my face, generally. That's where I seem to need it most, especially down around here is where I have a little bit more pigmentation. Now, if you hear the banging in the background, I do apologize. There's doing construction outside, and I don't really have control over it. My neighbors are building some loveliness. So I'm just going to spread that out. So see me looking down a little bit. I have a mirror down in front of me too. So I really like this foundation quite a bit. It doesn't sink into my pores, which can be sometimes a problem. I also use a primer, as I said before, to help with that too. Just one layer of that, that's all I'm going to use. I'm a little dark underneath the eyes, but that's generally the case. So we're going to definitely use some concealer. So the thing is with Burberry products, I'm just going to do like a little mini review here, is the fact that they're quite perfumed. So if scents bother you, you're not going to like it. So along with those two, I went on a little bit of a Burberry shopping spree because I can't get it here in Toronto. I also bought this, which is kind of, it's a concealer corrector type product, and I actually quite like it. I've used other ones in the past, like the Cchre, and one of my favorite is actually a Clinique one. I don't know why I haven't repurchased it, but it is one of my favorites. But this one is actually really good. I don't know if I'll buy it again just because it is quite expensive. And this is called the Sheer Concealer. It's the Luminous Concealer, and I have it in number 3 Rosy Beige. Now it's quite pink. If you if I can get a good swatch here, it's one of those pens things. I don't know if you like those, but that's the color of it there. Yeah, so it's a nice peachy salmony color, and for my kind of brown circles, it works really, really well. I don't know if you have more of a purpley, I'm sure it'll work well too, but it just kind of brightens up, especially what I need right now. Just brightens up that under eye area. I'm just gonna take a Real Techniques brush here. I know, I'm a little scary looking right now. There. It's a little bit better, eh? You can also use this on the top of the eyes here. I'm just going to take a little bit left on my hand, just kind of get rid of that discoloration I have, or darkness I have on my eyelid there. Just makes me look a little bit more awake, and I feel a little bit better about myself. So I bought these actually quite a while ago, and they've been out for quite a few months, and these are the Makeup Forever professional, like the little artist palettes, and they come in number 1 and number 2. This one is the Nudes. Very pretty, very shimmery. I wish they had a little bit more matte in it, to be honest with you, but you know, they're beautiful, and the textures are gorgeous, and the pigments are gorgeous, and the way they blend is just stunning. And then they have number 2, which is definitely more colorful, a little bit more bright. So we already have a base on there. Let's kind of put a little bit more. Let's use a 217. And I'm going to use, in the Nudes palette, this one right down here. I'm just going to put that all over the eyelid. All I kind of really want, to be honest, there. Before we just keep going, let's do my eyebrows. I mean, they're fine. I don't really like to do much with my eyebrows anyway. But I'm using the Maybelline Brow Drama in deep brown. Just kind of gives them a little plumpness and deepens them without being too dramatic. I'm going to take this color here from the Nudes. Again, taking my 217. It's a bit of a deeper color. I'm just going to put that in the crease. So it's been super hot here in Toronto the last couple of days. Really high humidity. It's probably been, I would say, 35 with the humidex and so forth, the humidity, which is great. We also have the Pan Am Games going on. I'm not really paying attention to it, to be honest, because like I said, I've been working, so yeah. Canada's doing well. Pretty sure they are. Okay, so there's that. Maybe we should run a little something underneath the eye too. So let's take a little bit lighter color. We're going to use this one right here. How's everyone's summer going? Really well? Yeah, I just got back from a camping trip. I'm just going to run this color underneath the eye there. And the camping trip, oh my god, it was such beautiful weather. And you know, I mean, we didn't totally rough it, but we, you know, tent camping, car camping, I guess. And we opened fire, cooked everything. So no Coleman stove or anything like that. Oh, hello, lovely. Oh, there's a nice one right there. And you try to use bug spray, as much bug spray as possible, but really, I got bitten. Okay, so there is that. I'm just looking off to the side here in the viewfinder, sorry if that's bugging people. There we go. So then I'm going to take another new product that I bought while I was in, again, Ottawa. And it is, again, another Burberry product. It's the Chestnut Brown Effortless Kohl Eyeliner, long-lasting waterproof liner. And it looks like this, and it's one of those twist-up, boop, 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 kind of pencils. And it's a beautiful, let me see if I can swatch it here for you, chocolatey brown. Beautiful. It's so smooth, and it goes on super nice. So, and it comes with this little sharpener and so forth to kind of taper the, well, not sharpener, but you know, like taper the tip. So we're just going to put this all along the upper lash line. I'm just going to flick it out just a little bit here. And I'm actually going to tight line underneath. It's going to give your lashes a more thick of appearance. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. Again, just kind of opens up the eyes. So that's done. I'm happy with that. I don't need to do any more. Now I'm going to just use a little bit of blush. I'm going to kind of bring it back out. There we go. And this is the Ciate Darling Cream Blush. Like using more of a peachier kind of color. with this kind of eye. Okay, there's that. I just want to light. Okay, so there's that. So yes. Now, in terms of what I'm going to use on my lips, let's see what we got going on here. So this is called Runway Hit. It's a retro matte by MAC. It's one of the newer products I purchased, and it came out with their matte collection. Where they kind of just added more to the core line. This one is, let me see if I can get a nice swatch here. It's like a corally, muted corally pink kind of color. So let's just put it right from the bullet. There we go. And that's how I look today. Okay, powder a little, shall we? Yeah, maybe we should. It's gonna take like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Use my NARS, you know, what is it called? Translucent crystal light reflecting setting powder. So real quick, easy, just look. I don't like anything too heavy or anything like that in the summertime. It's just gonna sweat off me anyway. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.